Well, later this morning, Colorado Governor Jared Polis will deliver his 5th State of the State address.
9 News reporter Darius Johnson joins us live from the state capitol. Darius, you just talked with Lieutenant Governor Primavera. She talked about some of the key points the governor will address today.
Yeah, Governor Jared Polis was sworn in just last week for his 2nd term as Colorado governor, and today he is expected to lay out some of his priorities over the next year and speak about some of the issues that he experienced during his 1st term. Some of those issues include rising crime rates, multiple mass shootings, universal preschool, and saving Coloradans money. He recently spoke about affordable housing, stating that life has simply become too hard and too expensive. During his first State of the State speech back in 2019, Governor Polis promised free full-day kindergarten and set a date for Colorado to reach 100% renewable energy. Within the last hour, we've been able to speak to Democratic Lieutenant Governor Diane Primavera, who gave us a preview of what's expected to come from Governor Polis later today.
So today what we're going to hear a lot about is housing. We want to make sure we have housing now, make sure everyone can afford a house within their budget. We want to talk about how we want to make this one of the safest states in the nation, top 10 safest states in the nation.
And in addition to that, she also spoke about the renewable energy. They also spoke about some different tactics and different things that they are working toward to try to make this a safer place. Again, that speech is expected to happen at 11 o'clock this morning. Coming up within the next hour, we will dive more into some of those things that are expected to come out today, especially when it comes down to the rising crime rates right here in Colorado and also less affordable housing in the city as well. Corey.
Yeah, a lot of topics that are top of mind for pretty much everyone in Colorado right now. Darius, thank you. Former congressional candidate Eric Adlin is now running to lead the Colorado Republican Party.
He wants to end mail-in voting and keep unaffiliated voters out of Republican primaries. Adlin lost his race in the 7th Congressional District, which is Jeffco, by 15 points. He also claimed the 2020 election was rigged during an early campaign event. Then he tried to walk back those claims during a debate.
The 2020 election, it was rigged. Absolutely rigged. If you do enough looking into it, I think you'll be convinced.
You additionally said that the election had been undermined by fraud, corrupted, and we now have an illegitimate government in power. You believe that we have an illegitimate government in power?
I've nuanced my perspective and my statements, recognizing the divisiveness of that language. So I've evolved. I'm not a politician. I started that speech I gave was the first speech I gave in the U.S. Senate race.
Now, we tried to get an answer from Adlin on whether he still believes the election was rigged or if he just stopped saying it. Adlin's campaign announcement says he's dedicated to, quote, getting rid of the current voting machines. A couple of other candidates are already running to lead the Colorado GOP after its worst election losses in decades. Casper Stockham, who has lost 3 bids for Congress, is included in that, as well as conservative activist Aaron Wood, known for protesting drag shows and organizing a protest in a Boot Barn parking lot.
A new report from Southwest Airlines says it has returned virtually all of the bags and processed almost all of the refunds. In an email yesterday, Southwest says it also hired an aviation consulting firm to make recommendations of additional mitigation to consider. The airline budgeted more than $1 billion of its annual operating plan on improving and maintaining its IT systems. Southwest says it canceled more than 16,000 flights between December 21st and December 31st and lost between $725 million to $825 million in revenue.
Right now, winter has been off to a pretty great start in the Colorado high country. Ed says some places could see even up to 14 inches from this next storm we're expecting. Heavy snow has been great news for our ski resorts. Wolf Creek ski area in Pagosa Springs says 24 inches of snow has fallen there over the last 2 days. A great place to ski, one of my favorites in the state. Crested Butte got 8 inches of snow in the last day. They were able to open 2 of their back bowls this week. They're reporting 146 inches of snow so far this season. And wintertime means finding new ways for people to have fun.
At Dillon Reservoir, boats can't get out on the iced over water, of course, so people are getting out on the lake in a different way. Our man in the mountains, Matt Renew, gives us a look.
At the Dillon Reservoir, the boats are under wraps.
We've been out on this lake in the summertime on pontoon boats.
But Mike Cesarek and Megan McMullen are still getting out on the water with some old gear.
And we had these super old cross-country skis in our condo.
Trying something new.
This is definitely unique. I've never done anything like this for sure.
Cross-country skiing on a frozen Dillon Reservoir. where more people are spending the winter snowshoeing, hiking, or riding fat bikes on this flat, wide open landscape.
It's a perfect place to go. It's wide open.
That's a howling good time for people like Nora Hall and her dog.
Easy man.
Out here to pull a kick sled along trails marked with bamboo poles lining longer loops and shorter ones that come with majestic mountain views.
It was beautiful. We went all the way around the short loop. It took us about an hour.
Winter fun that Mike, Megan, and their dog Sevi,
He loves it out here.
found to be pretty cool.
Totally exceeded expectations for us.
How about that? It doesn't even look like Lake Dillon.
What incredible views, too. That is great. The town of Dillon, by the way, checks the thickness of the ice every week. Will likely close it down towards the end of March. They also groom the trail every day.
Good to know there.
It's impossible to be bored in Colorado. There's always a way to get out, especially outdoors.
It's true. If you're bored, that's on you.
Yeah,
Because there's always something you can find.
Yeah.